homies.
Welcome to Homies Who Hike, the podcast that proves distance is just a number when you've got the great outdoors to connect us.
Nothing but good vibes and great memories that come from exploring with your homies. I'm Hailey, coming to you from the lush trails of Silverdale, Washington.
And I'm Rhiannon, tuning in from the sun-soaked paths of San Diego, California. Together, we're your long-distance homies who found a way to share our love for hiking as well as talk about the adventures that our lives take us on.
On this podcast, we're bringing you the best of both worlds, the Pacific Northwest's misty mountains and Southern California's coastal landscapes.
So whether you're hiking through evergreen forests or chasing the warmth of the dry desert-like landscapes, we've got your back.
Join us each week as we navigate the challenges of long-distance friendship and explore the beauty of nature one episode at a time.
Expect laughs, lessons, and maybe a little bit of trailside wisdom as we share our experiences from coast to coast.
So, grab your hiking boots, your water bottle, and your sense of adventure because no matter where you are, we're all in this together.
Homies Who Hike is not just a podcast. It's a celebration of friendship, nature, and the incredible trails and tales that connect us all.
Get ready for a hike like no other with your new favorite homies.
Hey homies and happy new year's. Welcome to episode 3 of Homies Who Hike. Before we start this episode, we would like to take a moment to take a shout out to the winner of our giveaway that we hosted on our page at the Homies Who Hike on Instagram. Thank you so much, Maya, for entering. We were so glad to put this giveaway on and show you guys what we had worked on. It was just really cool to be able to host something like that and getting to like meet new homies and see kind of like just like the community grow.
Totally. I feel like we saw a lot of people who definitely have a common interest come through the giveaway, which was kind of amazing. So thank you, algorithm, for doing that for us.
Right? Thank you. No, seriously, because also I feel like it brought in like a really interesting like amount of people too, because like we got to like converse with some of these people and like actually talk to them and
Mhm.
like get to know like I don't know, it was just really cool to I think, dive deep into the audience that we're going to be hanging out with, and I'm just really really excited. So yes, thank you Maya, our giveaway winner. If you guys have the chance, you guys have to check her out. I believe her page is at MPK on Instagram, and you guys can go give her some love and tell her that the Homies Who Hike have sent her yeah, what is it? Sent you her words. Bleh.
Whatever that one saying is.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm tired. Okay, guys. It's New Year's, which is something that we're also super excited to get to do.
We are about an hour and a half away from the new year at this moment.
Are we really? I didn't even check the
Yes.
time. I'm so sorry. I've been trying so hard to get this podcast going that I was like, I don't even remember what time it is.
Yeah, it's like almost 10:30.
That makes sense why my brain feels like it's slowly turning to mush, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, we have a lot of fun things going on in this episode. Some surprises for you guys in a little bit. But until then, like we said, we did have a giveaway that we hosted, and it basically featured some of the merchandise that we created. And we kind of just wanted to talk a little bit exactly about what was in our giveaway. So, do you want to kind of tell them what we had, Hailey?
Yeah, totally. So we definitely will be expanding on the merch in the future, but this is
Yeah.
some of the first designs that we came out with. We have a shirt, a hat, bottle, a few stickers included in this giveaway. The shirt design that you saw in the giveaway, Rhiannon herself made. It's amazing. Looks super dope. We can't wait to get it on a shirt ourselves.
Yeah, I
And
can't wait.
that little hat design is one that I made when I think I probably made this design before we even came up with the name Homies Who Hike.
Yeah, you did.
But everything else, it's kind of just like little things that came from our mind that we felt like represented our community that we're trying to build, friendship, nature, and the podcast, of course, because that's the way that we're building this whole thing.
Yeah, I really
So,
liked, honestly, designing is a lot of fun for me. Like even when we're doing just our podcast documents for our episodes and everything, if
yeah.
you guys were to be able to like look at what we do like behind the scenes, it's all decorated. It's all
Yeah.
like, like
It's the
it,
only way to keep our attention. Make it look pretty.
for reals though, because I'm all like, I was thinking about it earlier. I was like, no one besides me and Haley is going to ever see like a lot of the stuff that I'm making, and I'm
Yeah.
all like getting into like the tiniest little detail. I'm like, this
We're like, let's take a whole extra hour just perfecting the specific color scheme we want on this specific document
that no
for
one
no
will
reason.
see. No one will see it, but to us, it's important. But I really had a lot of fun going in. Like Haley said, I designed the shirt, and if you guys end up getting a shirt of your own, I'm really excited to get a shirt for me, and I know Haley is excited to get one for her. We want to be able to model it for you guys and show it off. But there's even tiny little details in there. Like if you pay really, really close attention, the numbers are actually the numbers of the day that we started our podcast. Like the very
Hmm.
first day, like we set in stone and said that this is the name and everything. Like there's just like little hidden details that I don't think anybody would really know is kind of there, that we know is there, that just is kind of like little significations of, is that the word, significations?
Specifications.
Words. Uh, uh,
Pacific.
damn it. Yes, specific, Haley. Pacific. What is it? Yeah, I'm all flustered now. That signify like little things about our friendship that I think are really, really cool. And then like
That's the next design.
yeah, fuck. Can we though,
Every
actually?
time I see her attempt very hardly at spelling a word correctly, I will make a collage out of them.
Oh no, there's y'all are gonna have a shirt just covered in words. That's fucking horrible. You're gonna be like, is there any space on here? And it's like, nah, every word, anything you can think of, this bitch is fucked up, okay? And then, oh, and you know what you should have in the shirt though?
Hmm.
Just sprinkle like little pieces of greenery everywhere. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Just
Yes.
that would be a good example of our friendship. Anyway,
Hmm.
but then also like the hat too. Like Haley said, like she pretty much designed this hat. We hadn't even had the name Homies Who Hiked yet. Like,
Mm-mm. I was just like, this looks cool, and it looks like something that I might want to do something with one day.
and it's stuck. And I think it's really cool that it gets to be a part of just kind of like the very first beginning parts of our merch. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
this is, I don't know, it was just really cool. It was really cool to do. It was a lot of fun to see grow, and I don't know. I just can't wait to grow more and make more merch with you, and you know just see where that takes us, because this was a lot of fun, honestly. I feel like it also gave us a chance to use our like creative minds in a different way too. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it like totally challenged us. I mean, graphic design isn't something that we were necessarily experts at,
no.
but
Well, not
yeah, I
only
think
that,
it, sorry, go ahead.
no, I'm sorry. It's fine.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, I think it challenged us into finding a way to really put what we want to do on this podcast and with building this community into a visualization.
Yeah, I agree. It was another way of also us making compromises too, like we did when we did the very first video, like we talked about in the first last episode, where like if you guys really saw the progress of what we initially started off with designs to where they kind of ended,
Hmm.
vastly different. Like
Hmm.
vastly different. And even that process is really cool to kind of see, because it's like slowly building something
Hmm.
and then getting to, because like we don't physically have these ourselves just yet, we're in the process of getting them, but like just to even know that that is something that is going to be a physical thing that we took time to make is just really, really cool to see.
Yeah, I think it was just like starting to play around with it with some of our original designs and feeling out what we really wanted that to end up looking like. Did we want something that would be a little bit more timeless, something that could be worn with almost anything and never really go out of style? Or did we want it to be like more unique and kind of really creative and funky looking, which I think would be something cool to do in the future?
Hmm.
But I think starting out doing something simple, like as we're still just growing that homie community and building awareness, and honestly go for anything.
Yeah. And I also feel like there's something that I can see both of us wearing too. Like, especially with the shirt, when I went into
Hmm.
designing the shirt, I kind of wanted the for the back of this design, I was thinking of kind of like a band t-shirt almost because I was
Hmm.
like thinking I'm like what is something that I know for a fact me and Haley would definitely wear. I've seen us both wear shirts that are like band t-shirts or like
Hmm.
the nerdy like comic book style t-shirt, and I'm like okay, work off of something like that but make it hiking. So I don't know, I feel like it's a really good mixture. Not only that, but you don't even have to only wear it when you're hiking. You can wear it to bed, which is probably where I'll end up wearing it the most because my ass is
Yeah.
always like in taking naps.
Go in to run errands with your biker shorts, looking all
Exactly.
cute.
You know, hanging out with your friends, hanging out with your homies.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we really, really enjoyed making that, and we cannot wait to continue making more. And if you guys have suggestions on things that you would like to see, or like whether you have like designs that you think would be really cool, and you know think of us when you see them, send them over to us. Let us know. Send a DM to at the homies who hike on Instagram, and we'll take literally any suggestion you got.
Yeah, and tying into that, something we would personally love to do as we expand our homie community and start getting homies in other states is state-specific merchandise. So
Yes.
be on the lookout on that in the future. I think once we just start expanding that community is when we'll get started on something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So, like I said, hour and a half away from the New Year's, we might as well reel in our favorite hikes from 2023 and do a little recap on which ones caught our attention and loved the most. Some of them might be a little bit more challenging, some of them might just have really great views.
Yeah.
So, let's have Rhiannon start off with which one was her favorite from this past year.
So my favorite one, if I'm not incorrect, I believe it's actually the last one that me and you went on together, and I think it's my favorite just because it was just like super fun to go on. It was kind of like a trip. It's Cardiac Hill and Ridge Loop, and if I'm
Mhm.
uh again, I might butcher the name for this. I think it's the Sycamore or Sycamore Sycamore Canyon
Mhm.
Open Space Preserve, and it's one of the trails in that area, and it's absolutely beautiful. I can't express how much I really, really loved that hike. Um, Aside from it being so, I'm not gonna lie, that one, at least for towards the end, depending on how you take that trail,
Mhm.
is not easy.
Will make or break you.
Yeah, it'll make or break you. I don't know how many times Haley told me we're almost there, and then we get to a certain point, and I'm like, "Bitch, we're not almost there." um, but, but in all honesty, like after you do it, it really does make you go like, "Fuck yeah!" Like I did that because there are so many hills. There is no tree coverage either.
Mm-mm.
It
And when
is,
you're out there, you're out in the sun
yeah,
24/7.
the sun is unforgiving, but there is one really cool part of that trail that I really liked where there's like a picnic area. It's kind of like in the middle of all of like the ups and downs through the cardiac
Hmm.
hills. So like you kind of have an area to like take a nice breath and enjoy the view because it is a beautiful view. in my
Yeah.
opinion,
And take a break so you don't die.
yeah, exactly. In my opinion, I absolutely loved it, but it is a lot. And then before that, like I said, it depends on how you go. We ended up doing, I feel like, the hard part towards the end of our
Mhm.
hike, but what we began with was super easy. I believe most of it was flat, pretty much,
Well, we walked,
or
it was
down
basically
at
like we
least.
walked down one hill into a canyon, and then to get back up to the car, we like walked in this flat canyon for a while until we
Yeah,
basically had to go up this other hill. But then that other hill wasn't anywhere near where we really parked. So it was like a up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, all the way back to the car.
yeah, literally. It was a lot. It literally, my legs felt like jello
Yeah, it
afterwards.
was gnarly. We weren't really expecting that. I mean, it was our first time, both of us doing that hike. And when we pulled up to that hike in the parking lot, we literally couldn't even see where we were going because we were above a thick cloud of fog.
Yeah, it looked like someone literally took a white blanket and just like draped it
Yeah, it covered the
over
entire
everything.
trail. We really had no idea what we were getting
Yeah,
into. I
you
mean,
could
I
not
still
see
feel
shit.
like in general, it took us maybe like 4 hours, 4.5 hours total.
Yeah,
Um,
without a
and
doubt.
if we would have started any later in the day, it would have been 10 times worse because it got really hot towards the end. If it was that hot the entire time, we would have been screwed.
Because I feel like we were pretty lucky towards the beginning because it
Mhm.
was, like I said, it was cloud coverage. And not only that, but it was also like pretty nice. Like it wasn't cold or anything, but it was like kind of like
Yeah.
it was a nice day. Like we
Oh,
were
yeah.
definitely enjoying the breeze. We took a lot of content. There's actually content both, I believe, on both of
Hmm.
our pages from that day.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. I got a lot of content that day.
yeah, it was a really fun. And there's even like in the more flatter areas, I'm not entirely sure exactly where in the flatter areas. Isn't there like a huge windmill and like
Yeah, there's
no,
definitely like land down there where there's like possibly farms. I don't know. There's a bunch of random buildings. There's probably a couple benches you could sit on along the way. Bunch of random open fields that are super pretty.
yeah.
It's just terrible getting in and out of there.
Yeah, it's a lot getting in and out of there. The other thing is you also have to be really careful when you are there. You may hear banging. We heard banging literally almost the entire time. It sounded like people were shooting off guns, and it very well might have been because there are very large signs that say that there are military areas that you are not allowed to step foot on. I remember
Yeah.
when we were trying to figure out exactly where the all trails was directing us, like, because there's
Yeah.
a lot of trails that are like pretty much like right next to each other, where
Yeah.
you're like,
And one goes up while the other one goes straight.
yeah, and you're like, which one is
Yeah.
that? You know what I mean?
We like
So,
went straight and then came up to a sign that said like do not walk any further past this point, military land.
and you were
And we
like,
were
oh,
like, but
okay.
that's where it looks like Old Trails is taking us.
So this feels wrong.
But we really didn't want to accidentally get blown up. So we
Yeah.
just we backtracked a little bit and I was like, oh my God,
Eh,
there's a trail. Thank
thank
God.
goodness. So, but I mean, I know I'm not like really painting this trail in like the most wonderful light, I feel
It
like.
was very pretty though,
It
and
was
the weather was
absolutely beautiful.
perfect. And it was a good workout,
It was a
and
very good workout.
it's one of my favorites in San Diego too, for sure.
It kicked, it definitely kicked my butt, especially for being a hike that I had did and not having had done a hike in a very
Hmm.
long time.
Hmm.
um because I think I just hadn't done it in a while, and then this is the first one and I was like, wow, okay. To be honest, that's Hailey. I'm not gonna lie, she tells me we're going on easy hikes and then I end up being like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. I did not bring enough water for this.
I mean, you
Let's
say you're four
go.
miles. I'm gonna say you're 4 miles,
Oh,
you know? Like
I know, but sometimes you're all like, it'll be fine. And I'm like,
Because you do 4 miles out in the grassland, mission trails, that feels like nothing. But that 4 miles, whew, man.
Well, yeah,
And I
it's all-
think the elevation didn't seem that bad because the second we would go up, we would go back down, and then we would go up,
Mhm.
and then we would go back down. So it wasn't necessarily that we were going up a bunch of elevation. It was just that we were doing the same amount of elevation over and over and over and over again.
Exactly. Which is probably why it's called cardiac hill, because it's like what is it? A
Like a
heartbeat
heartbeat.
and
Yeah.
going up and down, up and down, and up and down.
Yeah.
That, and it also makes your heartbeat go up and down, up and down.
Yeah. We literally, the second we got in the car, we were like, so that's why it's called that.
Makes fucking sense. But yeah,
Yeah.
for me, that was definitely my 2023 highlight hike because I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
was
that was a good one.
your highlight hike for 2023?
So I actually have two different ones. I have one that is like a nearby hike for me, and then I have one that was like a national park hike that I was just obsessed with.
Mhm.
My favorite one, I've said it on the podcast before, is the Falls View Canyon. It is that hike that I did with that Venture Pal collab with that really pretty turquoisey lake or river, not a lake, river, and a bunch of waterfalls, and it's just got like the perfect rocks for you to sit on and eat your lunch literally right next to this turquoisey water. It's all the vibes that you could ever need. But as far as national park hike, oh man. So when my parents came out to visit us, we went to Mount Rainier, and I had already gone out there for my birthday with Frank and the baby, and we did this one waterfall called Narada Falls.
Mhm.
And I wanted to show my parents Narada Falls, but I also wanted to show them Reflection Lake because it was one of the things that I wanted to see that I didn't really get to see last time we drove past it because the parking was full. And I assumed like the parking was going to be full again. So it might be easier for us to just hike to it. And I knew Narada Falls had a hike to get there. So I was like, it's only 3 miles. Maybe, no, it was 1.8. It was 1.8 miles, something like that. And no, maybe it was 3. Oh, I don't know. I don't remember. All I know is within that day, my 3-year-old hiked 7 miles, almost all by herself.
Are you
And it was
serious?
about 2,000 feet of elevation because basically Narada Falls, we basically hiked straight up the side of a mountain all the way up to Reflection Lake. And when we hit Reflection Lake, there was a freaking black bear just hanging around the split of where we were going to either decide, do we want to go back down the trail we came from, or do we want to go down this other trail that says that it will take us there a different way? And I wanted to look on all trails to see if this trail my dad found that was the other way wasn't going to end up being a trail that led to a trail that led to a trail that led to a trail, because they like to do that sometimes. They say 0.9
Yeah.
miles and it actually ends up being 0.9 miles that leads to 0.6 miles that leads to 0.3 miles that leads to 0.7 miles. It's just never ending.
Like, oh
And that's
God.
exactly what it ended up being, because there was a black bear hanging out right next to us. I didn't want to sit and take my time looking at all trails to see if my dad was wrong for choosing that one.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. Makes sense. Totally makes sense.
So basically, we hiked up to Reflection Lake, and my dad told me like halfway on our way back to Narada Falls from Reflection Lake that my grandpa would tell him this story of how he used to have to ride his bike to school uphill both ways, like to school going uphill, back home going uphill. And he never understood it until that day. And it's because we basically ended up doing a giant loop where we went uphill to Reflection Lake and then continued uphill to this beautiful viewpoint of Mount Rainier, which made it so worth it. We even passed this group of like what looked like people that were backpacking the Wonderland Trail, because part of that trail was the Wonderland Trail.
Mhm.
And they saw Frankie Ray just like strolling down the trail. She said hi to every single one of them, and they're all winded and they're like, what is going on here? How is she up here? Why is she not on your back? How is she doing this right now?
Ooh, she's been doing this her whole life.
Yeah. And that trail, once we got to the top of that mountain behind Reflection Lake, it finally brought us back down to Narada Falls. And on our way down to Narada Falls, we saw other points of that waterfall that you don't see from like the main Narada Falls parking lot viewpoint.
Mhm.
So it all in all, it ended up making it very worth it. I don't know if you remember seeing that picture of like me sitting on a ledge with my blonde hair, and I had my REI backpack on, and there's that waterfall off in the distance. That's that hike.
Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah. So yeah, that hike, gnarly, very worth it. Also very unexpected.
It seems like our favorite hikes are definitely hikes that were unexpected
Challenging.
but challenging hikes. And I think
Yes.
that is very telling for us because I feel like we're very like I don't know, hard-headed individuals and we're very like we need to push and keep going and going and I don't know.
Yeah. I
It's
feel
just
like the harder hikes they end up having the best views as well,
mm-hmm.
because if it's harder, less people will be out there, which means the trail is less treaded on
Yeah,
and everything is less untouched, you
which
know?
is definitely something we like untouched, untreaded, alone.
Yeah.
It's definitely more our speed for sure. But
Yeah. Go where there's no people.
right? I don't know. It makes I feel like everything prettier because like when you go to like I love the grasslands, absolutely adore it, but it is so popular. It is so jam packed. There's so
Oh, but
many
it's nowhere near as
people.
popular as Cowles. And when you
Oh,
look
and
at
that
Cowles,
too.
that thing has trash all over it.
I know it makes me really want to do like a cleanup at some of these peaks here in San Diego and like
Totally.
get some homies and gather some people and be like, hey guys, like these are beautiful places. Let's try and help keep it that way because it's
Yeah.
really not that hard and it honestly just takes a couple of people, a couple of friends to get together. You can even take your kids. I think having when you bring kids along, I know when we brought little mamas along to do the keep nature wild uh
Mm-hmm.
cleanup that was
Yeah, because you could
so
just
much
give your
fun.
kids like some cheapy kitchen tongs to pick up the trash.
Super easy. You don't even have to be super expensive about it, like
Yeah.
and not only that, it shows and teaches them like an appreciation for, what we have on Earth, which is the home that we live on. And we only got one people, so we really need to keep this shit clean.
Yes. I will say, fair warning though, if you allow your child to pick up trash once, they will want to continue picking up trash everywhere you go.
Yes, this is very, very true.
Gloves and kitchen tongs or not, they will be trying to pick up that trash.
And they will try to use the kitchen dogs that are not for trash, so be careful for those.
Hmm. Yes.
So, with talking about our favorite hikes of 2023, we should also go with something that I think a lot of people towards the end of the year end up doing, which is have a little bit of some resolutions, right? Everybody usually has some of the pretty similar ones, which are like what, losing weight,
Going back
being
to the gym,
going
eating
back to
healthier, stopping smoking.
uh, you know, little things like that here. Here and there.
Yes.
But we thought it'd be cool to have 2024 hikers resolutions, little resolutions that we feel as hikers that we can kind of set into place. And me and Haley wrote some down that we would like to share with you guys. I guess it's kind of like just, I guess, a way to keep us accountable for 2024 because you guys will be in on what we're trying to do and also so that we can keep each other accountable as friends as homies um in this next upcoming year. So do you want to start with yours, Haley?
Yeah, sure. So number one, I would love to attend or even be the host of a local cleanup. There is a local trail in my town that unfortunately has become a new home for all the homeless people that live here, which is fine, but it has also created a landfill of trash. And this is a very beautiful trail. It is actually one that's connected to a trail that I do pretty regularly, and I just refuse to go to that part of the trail because some parts you almost can't even walk through. It's that covered in trash. So
Wow.
I think it would be really great to just, give back to my town and take care of it, because I literally log on to all trails and see so many people complaining about it. And it's just good to take care of your trails,
Yeah,
pack it out, clean up after yourself. Nobody else is going to do it except you or people who volunteer to do a cleanup.
exactly.
My next one would be get back on a consistent hiking schedule. Before I moved to Washington, I went on 1 to 3 hikes every single week. And since moving here, I have not been hiking that much. And it's like, why wouldn't you be? You achieved your dream to move to Washington to go on hikes. Well, I'm exhausted. That's really my only answer. So I think overall, just pushing myself to at least get back to one, even if it's one easy one that's super close by, and then hopefully build it up to what I used to have. I used to have a friend that I would go on hikes with in San Diego that would kind of hold me accountable to it. But out here, it's a matter of me holding accountable to myself
Yeah.
and just really pushing myself, because I know that I need it for my mental health, for my physical health, and just so I can appreciate living here now that I'm here. My next one would be to continue taking my camera on every single hike that I go on, any adventure. I feel like there's been a couple of times I've brought my camera and I'm like, I don't have an SD card in it. I didn't charge it.
Oh, shoot.
Or I go on a hike and I'm like, man, I don't really need to bring my camera today. I'm bringing the baby and the dog. I feel like that's going to be a lot to handle. And then I see so many things where I'm like, oh God, I wish I brought my camera.
Right.
And then I
I
end up
totally
taking
get that.
pictures with my phone instead. And I'm just like, not the same. It
No,
just doesn't do it justice. So even if I think it's going to be difficult, bring my camera anyways, because in the end, I know it's just going to be worth it.
exactly.
And my last one is going to be follow through with my YouTube channel, which I hope to start within these next few weeks. Editing is going to take me forever, but next week I am going to be filming the most of my first video on my YouTube channel. It will be Doe PNW, but for the meantime, it's Doe PNW1. And that's because I had Doe PNW as my username with my old email, tried to update it with my new email that I'm going to use for my YouTube channel. And YouTube continues to tell me that that username is taken when I know it's not. So I don't know if they have like a time frame that I have to wait for that username to no longer be active, like even though I changed it on my old account. I don't know. Anyways, it will be Doe PNW for now. Doe PNW and then the number 1. So if you want to go subscribe, there's nothing on there, but I would greatly appreciate it. I have no idea when that first video will get posted, but it's in the makes. It's in the works. Doing the thing, and it's
He's
happening.
working really, really hard on it, guys. I am lucky enough that I get to get little glimpses here and there, but I'm very excited for you guys. I think that's my favorite 2024 resolution of yours, because I think I don't know, I get to hear every little idea that you usually have throughout the year anyway, and I get to, now we get to see it in like a visual form, and now everybody else is going to get to see it, and I'm really, really excited for everybody
I
to
mean,
dive into
how
your brain.
long? How long have I been saying I wanted to start a YouTube channel? And
I
now
think
it's like
since I met you,
pretty
forever
much. It's
now.
been, I mean, even before then, I technically
Yeah,
had a YouTube channel in high school that I did have videos on, and
yeah,
they're on there, but I hid them all so only I can see them, because I would never want to subject anybody to that.
That's how I feel about the one YouTube video that I do have on YouTube of when I was like 13. It's like
Mm-hmm.
it'll never be see the light of day, and if anybody shows it, I'll be so upset. So
Yeah.
it's
Yes.
cringe, very, very cringe. But I will go into my resolutions. So for my 2024 resolutions, I have something very similar to one of Haley's, which is just kind of being, I guess, kind of more consistent with just going on hikes, or in general, for me, really, it's just kind of getting out more. I find myself kind of finding the excuse to sit at home, or like I have two sons, an 8-year old, he just turned 8 on Christmas Eve, and a 3-year old. So my hands are very, very full also, but I don't know. I feel like it's not that great of an excuse. So I really need to get out more, whether it's hiking, walking, going to the park, just like a little bit of fresh air, even if it's like 20 minutes. And I feel
Mhm.
like something that's super easy to do that will be really good for my physical, mental, and like not only for mine, but for my boys' physical and mental health too. Like,
Mhm.
there's nothing better than fresh air. Um, Go on a hike at least one time a weekend, or once a weekend. And I say weekend mostly because during the weeks I do usually homeschool, so it's a little bit more difficult to go like on a hike. I kind of like to have like a day where I can kind of go and do that and relax. But also on the weekends, because that's usually when my partner can come with me, and because I do have a medical condition. I have seizures, and for some reason, mine are a little more hyperactive than, other people's. For some reason, I'm a little more sensitive to getting like really hot, and just to be on the safer side, that's what I like to do. I like to make sure I at least have somebody with me, so I don't ever really go anywhere by myself, just because I know me and I know that that's not the best choice. But definitely at least go once a weekend, every other weekend or every weekend. Stay consistent with our show's growth. I know I have a lot of is it called imposter syndrome? Is it when you feel like you like look at other people's stuff and you're like, yeah, I'm not gonna get there. There's no point. And I
Yeah.
find myself being in my head a lot, and I don't like that about me. So, and I've been that way ever since I was young.
Yeah.
Like, even when it came to like friendships, like if I didn't think that I was good enough to be somebody's friend, wouldn't talk to them. I'd be like, oh, I'm not good enough. And that's
Yeah.
such a crap way of thinking, and it doesn't get you anywhere. So,
Yeah.
like, I really want to be like, I'm good enough. We're gonna get this, and I know we're good enough, especially
Yeah.
us as a team. And
Yeah.
so
That's our homie resolution.
as our homie resolution is just to stay consistent with, our growth, with our plans and our goals and everything. And then get better at editing for content we have planned in the future. I feel like, I don't know, I have another show that I do, but even from like the first episode from there to the episodes that we do together now, I feel like is just the editing style that I have is just drastically changed and almost got better over
Hmm.
time. And I
Yeah.
just can't wait to see how much better I get in the future with more learning. I want to take classes and do like just as much as I possibly can to make this show as good as I can make it for us, because like I said, I genuinely believe in what we're doing, and I can only see it growing more and more and more, and I'm gonna need to know what the fuck to do to make sure I can make it grow. So
Well, every single episode, we will continue learning new things. We will
Mhm.
continue perfecting other things, and it will only get better from here.
Exactly.
Hmm.
And then my last resolution, which is one that I'm going to oh wait, no. What does it say? Oh, My last resolution is small and I didn't see it, but it's work on mental health. Why is that one the tiny one? Sorry, guys, I'm reading them off of a list so that they don't get all jumbled. But I was all like, wait a minute. It also could be my eyesight. These are not actual like reading glasses. They're just so that I don't look messed up. But
Even though you
maybe
do need
I was like,
glasses.
maybe I do need to read it because I was about to say maybe I need some glasses, but I'm like, I'm wearing them and they're gonna look at me and go, what the fuck's on your face then? But yeah, definitely work on my mental health. Like I said, I was talking a minute ago about imposter syndrome, and then just in general, I suffer from PTSD, so I definitely have ups and downs, bad and good days, and that definitely can be a lot to deal with. So I definitely want to work on that, not just for myself, but for my kids as well, and for my partner as well, because it it affects not just me, it affects everybody. So I want to get better for everyone. And then my absolute last one, which is the one that I was about to say that I'm super excited for and cannot wait to make it happen, but get my family out and go on a vacation, which is going to be in March, and I cannot wait. I know you guys have already heard about it, but I'm so excited because the days are just like slowly getting closer and closer and closer.
Hmm.
And I know I'm going to be able to check that resolution off really, really quick. So
Hmm.
yeah, so those are our 2024 hikers resolutions, and I think we had some really good ones in there.
Totally.
Yeah,
I like our homie resolution.
I like our homies resolution too. It's just kind of it's cool to see how much we believe in this, and
Yeah. I mean, we've only been doing this for like a month and a half, and we already have almost like 150 something followers on Instagram,
yeah, we
getting
have
a good
a
amount of listens everywhere. So
we work really hard on it. Like we're really good at, I think, you know, keeping
staying
each other
consistent.
accountable.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, but like
Oh,
I
did you
feel
hear
like
that?
what was that?
It was a firework.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, that's fitting for this episode since it is the New Year's Eve episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I was going to say was I feel like where one may fall or like may need help with something, the other one definitely like will end up stepping in and doing, which is kind of like just how I feel like our friendship works anyway. But
Mm,
it's cool to see it in like a creative aspect. So
totally. Yeah. Okay. So to tie into our hikers resolutions, we also need to set a goal. What hike do we want to do this upcoming year? What hike is going to be maybe a little bit challenging for us, but I think very well worth it. Um, I I don't know if you saw the picture that I put on there, but I am screaming on the inside looking at what that trail looks like.
wow, okay. Yeah, no, I'm looking at it.
You
That's a
don't even know what the pictures look like of what the hike looks like, but just looking at what the trail looks like, holy switchbacks.
Yeah. Also, I'm not sure why, but why does it kind of look like it's like tilted sideways? Like it looks like super, I don't know, it's super long. Super,
Yeah,
super
I
long.
think it's 7 miles.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
a good hike. Super, super good. And what is this one called?
It's called Cascades Pass. It's in the North Cascade National Park. Okay, wait. Oh God, those fireworks are so loud. Do you hear that?
I can't hear anything at
Oh
all.
my God, no, that was so loud. I'm surprised Opal's not barking. They've been literally going off since before the sun even set.
Really? That's
You can
crazy.
buy fireworks in our town. Like they're a normal thing. There's like literally fireworks shops set up on the sides of the road all over the place.
Yeah, you
It's
can't do that here in San Diego.
no, you can't. It was like literally one of because we moved here the week of 4th of July.
Yeah.
So it was like one of the first things that we noticed moving out here was like you can just buy fireworks on the side of the road. That's strange.
Yeah, that's not normal. You can't do that here. You have
Yeah,
our police will tell you, what are you doing?
yeah, straight up. I'm gonna send you a link actually to this hike so you can actually look at the pictures of it really quick.
Yes, please.
I'll send it to you on, in our Google chat.
Okay.
Because you're going to be like, oh my God. Oh my God, these fireworks are so bad. I swear if they wake the baby up, I'm gonna lose it.
Lose it. We'll cut out so that you guys don't have to see that.
Okay, yeah, so it's
Oh my
yes.
goodness.
Yes. So that's in the North Cascades National Park. It is 7 miles. It's 1,785, 95, 85,
But then
84,
they're not itty bitty mushroom.
1,784 elevation gain, which honestly isn't too bad. Like I feel like I've done that multiple times.
It's
But if you look
beautiful.
at the hike on the map, which we'll put up here when we go and edit, you will see that the entire beginning is just switchback galore. It's bonkers.
Jeez.
But it
It's
looks
beautiful
so
though.
pretty. I would love to do it in the fall. The North Cascades National Park is the only one I haven't visited yet since moving up here. But I don't know if Leavenworth is technically, I want to say it's in the outskirts of this national park. So I'll be close to it in February when I go up to Leavenworth and I'll kind of get a little bit of a taste of what it's like.
Wow, that's crazy though. It's absolutely gorgeous.
So pretty, right? And the cool thing about the North Cascades is that they have a lot of alpine lakes, which are those like pure turquoisey blue looking water lakes that are ice cold, but they're also typically pretty difficult to get to. You usually have to like backpack into them because
Wow.
they're like on mountaintops and stuff and like in the little um like dips and craters of like the mountains, like when you get up to the top and it kind of dips down up higher.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy when you look at all of the trails around the North Cascades. Like most trails out there are extremely long, which makes you only realize that you can't really explore this national park driving through it. You can definitely go to all the viewpoints, but to really like get out there and get to experience actually getting to touch the water and all of that, you really have to just
Trek it.
yeah, you have to hike in. It's
Well,
wild.
yeah. You gotta put in the work to get, the good stuff, man.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, that's absolutely beautiful. Like that's gonna be, I can't wait to see the photos from that. That's gonna be killer because
Yeah.
everything in that is stunning. Like it looks like someone painted the clouds. It was absolutely beautiful.
I
That's an
know.
exciting 2024 goal hike to
Mhm.
have. Mine is the only reason where I'm like, I don't know if it 100% is going to happen is because I obviously live nowhere near this one, but it is definitely a goal hike that if I get to go to one of my very favorite states, which is Oregon, I would absolutely love to visit this trail. It is one of the popular trails that a lot of people see pretty much on TikTok or on Instagram. Um, if you are looking at waterfall trails and like looking for reels and stuff like that, you've definitely seen this pop up on your feed. This is the Trail of 10 Falls in Oregon. I don't remember exactly what city. I can look really quickly so that I'm 100% correct. Um, but it is absolutely, absolutely beautiful. Every time I see it, I kind of just like melt. I really, really, really want to visit this place. Trails. Trying to make sure I spell it correctly in Trails of Ten Falls. Yeah, Trails of Ten Falls. That's not what I asked for. That's okay. We will find this in a little bit. If anything, I will pop on the screen exactly where this trail is located, so that if you guys are in Oregon, and want to visit it, you guys can. But it is stunning. It's very picturesque. It's very popular for a certain part of the trail, which again I will pop up on the screen, where a lot of the time you'll kind of see like people walking down it, and there's like a waterfall going through, and you kind of see kind of almost like a tunnel that you can kind of walk into. Um, it's really, really cool. The one thing that is a little like I don't know about this, just because I am not known for being the best on my feet, is that you have to hold like a rail so that you don't like slip and die, which is great, but a little concerning. So I don't know if it's necessarily like a kid friendly hike, but I don't know, something about it. I know for a fact one day I want to just stand there and observe it. Even if I never took a photo or a video or anything of it, I would want to at least be able to say like I've seen that trail.
If you're going there, you're taking a picture of it.
I know, but you know what I mean though? Like, have you ever like seen something and you're like, as long as I get to like
Just
experience
experience
this,
it.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I'll be okay. But yeah, no, you're not wrong. You will know that I will automatically have my phone out like this.
Yeah. I literally one hand on the rail, phone in the other hand. I'm gonna go sprint
Contemplating on why I'm doing that.
if I slip and fall, at least I saw it.
At least I got it on camera because I know for a fact, even if this shit busts, that they can take the SD card out. Like they could.
Hmm.
I'll save it on the way down.
Yep.
Post it. Somehow I would find a way to put it on TikTok right before I smacked the ground. But anyway, that was really dark. Uh, shall we go into our next thing, love?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, guys, if you have noticed, we've been joined by some rather peculiar looking people. These guys are our other. Did you get sad when I said that?
I was moderately perturbed.
But regardless, we are joined tonight, guys, by our homies for life. These are our partners. This is my partner, Mike.
Hi.
Oh, okay. This is great. I thought you were doing the full intro. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I also wasn't very
Yeah, I was also confused. I was like, am I responding or is she introducing Frank? Like, I'm not really sure
I'm so sorry.
what the situation is here.
I'm not good at things, but anyway,
You're good at some stuff.
I'm not that. That's not one of them apparently. But anyway, so like I was going to say before I got all flustered because apparently I don't know how to introduce people. We are super excited to have our guys on tonight because we are gonna do a little fun thing with them. We're gonna be playing a couples game. The game is called dun, 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 Who's Homie? Which is basically a game where our guys are going to try and pick out which, um, well, whichever one they think would best fit their partner the best. How would you describe it, Hailey?
It's like, yeah, I think it's like those reels that you see or those posts that you see that says like send this to your spouse and see
Mhm.
which one they would pick for you or which one they think resembles you or whatever it might be. You'll see like those ones that have a bunch of different types of houses or something like that, whatever bedroom your partner would pick. So this is our hiking version.
Yes. So, and we know we've definitely have sent these to our partners before, so you guys should not be strangers to the concept.
Doesn't mean you're good at it.
Yes, but are you strangers to us? Do you know your homie?
I have one
We'll
clarification.
find out.
What's the liquor for?
So, yes, that is also something that we forgot to mention because it is New Year's Eve. We thought we would be a little festive, and what's not more festive than getting turned? So, we thought we would jazz up the game by every time you guys get an answer wrong, you have to take a shot. We don't have to do anything because we're the hosts, so it's our game. So
Better go grab that.
Should it be like motivation to get the question
Do we
right?
still have Malibu? Oh. Well, I guess he's just gonna be taking shots of his Simply lemonade.
what are you?
Irish whiskey.
Irish whiskey?
Let's go.
Let's go. I feel like you've been already taking some shots out of that. That seems a little on the open side.
It's 11 o'clock.
That makes sense. He's all like, I've also been down in it. But anyway,
Yeah.
we should get on into the game and we should do the first question. Hailey, would you like to introduce the very first question of Who's Homie?
Sure. So, first question, which hike would your homie choose? Number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4?
Am I going first?
Well, just get it in your brain.
Yeah. Let absorb.
And then we also have to choose which one you think I would do, vice versa. Okay.
Yep.
You guys have your answers?
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so.
So I'll go ahead and say the one that I think for you.
Okay.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that the one that you thought as well, Mike? Okay.
I think, Hailey, that you would probably do number 4, in all honesty.
Okay.
Frankie?
I was gonna say 2, but I think that's just what I would want to do the most. So
which
I'm
one
gonna
do you-
agree, and I think 4 because of all the green.
Yeah.
Oh, trick question. I would love to do them both.
Yes.
I think number 4 would be like an in the future thing, because that's actually the Wonderland trails. That would be a backpacking trip. So number 2 would actually be like a more ideal one for us to do. I think
Yeah.
number 2 would be my answer.
That's sick.
Yeah. Well, Mike, you did get this right. Number 3 is the one that I want because it is actually the hike that I was talking about as one of my goal hikes earlier
Hey.
on in the episode, which is the trail of 10. Was it like Trail of 10 Falls? Correct?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And that is the exactly I was telling you guys a little bit earlier about where you see the falls actually falling and then there's like a little tunnel. That is the exact little area that I was talking about. So yeah, you
There's
got
a
that right,
nail
Mike.
It's funny because
there.
one looks like one of the hikes close to our house.
It's the
Two,
grasslands. I'm
It
pretty
is.
sure.
yeah. 2 looks meh. I don't know.
You would
Number
want to go there?
2, you can literally
Well,
sit in
here's-
that water. There's like a
here's
wait
the
list.
thing.
You pay to get a permit to
3
go there.
You've offended Hailey.
3 looks like it's from a national park in Utah. And then when I was a kid, we went a couple times.
Hmm.
And then 4 looks like our backpack trip into Wyoming when we went fly fishing. So I don't know. You talk about waterfalls all the time, so I thought 3.
That makes sense.
But
I forget that you've done naturey things.
yeah, before I was a shut-in, I was actually outside and played sports and did all kinds of shit.
I forgot you breathed in air that wasn't inside one room. It's
Oh, I
wonderful.
love air conditioning though.
I don't know. You first said 2,
Yeah.
so it's fine. You get a pass on that one.
We'll let it slide this
Yeah.
time, Frankie, but not
Go
next
ahead and
time.
drink anyways, though, because you've been drinking anyways.
All right, we will go on to the next question and I'll introduce this one. Our next question, guys, is which hiking outfit would you think your partner would pick? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Good
And
luck.
again, Hailey, we will do
That's
what
not
we think.
fair,
Which
'cause
one
you
we
wear
would.
all of them.
I
depending on the weather.
probably would.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing too,
Well,
and I was
which
looking
one
at
would
all
I
of them.
wear with my current aesthetic I got going on right now?
Your current aesthetic, definitely number 1.
Okay, so you already said your answer.
Yeah.
Okay, I honestly feel like you would wear number 1 right now, considering it's cold as balls where y'all live. But I feel like I could also see you wearing number 4 for some reason.
I think number 4 would be future me when I have all the gear and have the freedom to be able to do backpacking trips.
This
But
is-
yes, number 1 would be like even what I wear going to Target.
Yeah, really? Oh yeah. We talked about that in the last episode. You wear a
Yeah.
lot of layers.
And for me, I was guessing number 2 for you.
What did you think, Ken?
2. I was flashing the camera the entire time. 2.
It's always the flannel. I think the flannel, I feel like
the
you wear
flannel's a
flannels
big
on your
giveaway.
hikes half the time.
Yeah, I definitely would wear number 2. I feel like it's really comfortable, and yeah, anytime I can wear a flannel, you guys know that I will wear one. It's my favorite thing.
Totally.
Thing.
All right, moving on to number 3. Which vacation destination would your homie choose?
I like how you already know, apparently.
So this is for the
Yeah.
window.
I know. I was gonna say number 1 as well for her.
Again, you would pick all 4 of them.
I would, but which one would I go to like the soonest?
Like if you had,
Like if I had the money to, like, which one would I go to? Which one do I also talk about the most?
Canada. I mean, you've been
Yes.
talking about Canada recently,
Yes,
but I think Ireland.
that as well.
I mean, because that'd be awesome.
I think I would go to Canada more than Ireland just because Banff. Hello.
So, what's your final answer, Frankie?
I'm gonna say number 4,
Number 4?
Alaska.
So,
Correct.
Hailey, what was your answer?
I mean, he was right. It's all of them. But yes, actually, it is Alaska because it's still in the States. I don't need to get a passport, which I don't currently have for it. So it would be the easiest one for me to go to the soonest.
Oh, okay. And you guys were definitely right. And mine's kind of like a dead giveaway. If you guys don't know, my family on my mother's side is actually from Holland. So my mother is half Dutch. So I have a lot of family in Holland, and I really, really want to go there. It's like on my bucket list of things to do before I kick that thing is go and see a windmill. Wow, I've talked a lot about death on this episode. I need to chill. But anyway,
You want a shot?
nope. But you know what? Fuck it. Cheers. None of you
will.
motherfuckers have taken a shot yet. I might
I
as
have a
well
margarita. Let's
This
go.
is Jameson. This is.
put it in the glass.
Oh boy.
You don't have to explain.
You don't drink Jameson.
I don't drink in general, but fill her up.
You're just gonna do
Great shot of Jameson, huh?
I didn't like that.
Told
Oh
you.
God.
Yep. See, there you go. Have some water.
Still better than a tequila shot.
No.
No.
All right, guys. So now,
This one's gonna be a hard one, I
This
think.
one is hard.
which van life aesthetic do you think we would pick? You think this is hard too, huh, hun?
Well, it's hard because like I don't understand why you would pick anything other than luxury, but it's you, so you might pick something weird. I'm just gonna go 4 for normal house. Or like it's obviously an RV, but it looks like normal house.
I'm gonna go with number 2 for you.
Okay.
I think you, Hailey. For me personally, I think you would be either number 1 or number 3.
Okay.
So I think if I had to pick one, I'd pick number 1 just because it's a lot of space and it's close to your aesthetic, but it's like a lot of room to do shit in, activity
Yeah.
space.
I think for you, I think I would pick number 1 for you as well. Because I
Really?
think it still has like cozy vibes, but it still looks practical and easy to live in.
Mhm. So, which one was yours? We'll go with yours first.
Frank got it right. Mine was number 2.
Really?
Yes, I love it. It looks so simple, but also so like cutesy and cozy and like rustic with the
it is
wood
really
and the
cute.
green and
Wow,
green
yeah, I would not have thought that.
colors.
I would have never thought that one for you, to be honest.
I mean, I would definitely get rid of that pink and just make it straight up cream colors or maybe like a darker green. but
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's so cute. I like number 3, love it, but it's just too much. It's like too chaotic, too much going on. Like I love the boho, but it's still like it's just too much for me.
Well, you are right. I definitely would pick number 1. I like how it is kind of like very homey feeling, but it is very practical. It's very spacious. I can totally see me doing all of my favorite activities in there and just enjoying it and having a lot of fun and maybe having some friends over and having like I feel like enough space to do that in too. So you
Yeah.
better take a shot, hun, because you were wrong.
Okay. Here.
Because you were wrong, wrong, wrong.
Let it up.
Cheers, my love.
All right, moving on. Our next category is what is your homie's favorite hiking weather?
That one's tough.
Because it's all of them.
Yeah.
It's a different experience for each of them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a favorite. My legs keep going numb. Sorry.
Twilight vibes. Of number 2. But I know you also like when it's raining.
Mm-hmm.
But you also have been excited for snow.
Mm-hmm. Fuck the sun. Who wants that?
Yeah, I know for a fact it's not 3 for Hailey. I'd have to say number 2.
Why would I move to the Pacific Northwest if I enjoyed the sun?
Exactly. I think you love rain like a lot, but I
Mhm.
can't see you being like, I want to like go walk up in that shit all the time. And
Mhm.
then like number 2 is like a happy medium. And number 4 is just like asking to cry halfway in it, and being like, why did I choose this? But like enjoying the scenery. You know what I mean?
Okay, so what are your guys' final
I'm gonna
answers?
say number 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
number 2 for sure.
I would say
Okay.
for you.
You think so?
3.
Yeah, my guess is 3 for you as well.
You both are wrong. It's 2, motherfuckers.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like you, as much as you like hiking and greenery, you like the beach as well.
Yes,
So that's why I was
do
like,
a
she's
gloomy
still
beach.
a little bit more of a sunshine girl than me.
I
But
definitely am more sunshiny, but I like even when it comes to like the beach, I prefer going at night. Like
yeah,
that's my favorite time. I even told like one of the first times that me and Mike hung out when we were like first starting going on dates and stuff is he took me to the beach at night because I told him that was something that I used to love to do, which I
yeah,
do really love to do. We've done it and hung out at the beach at night. I know something about it just seems really magical, and
yeah.
I really like not feeling hot. So that's
Oh,
also a
I
really
know.
good bonus.
That's why I was kind of like, it might not be number 3 just because we don't like sweating.
No, exactly. So definitely number 2 for me.
Yeah, it number 2 for me as well. And the only reason why it's not number 1 is because if I want to bring my camera does not function in the rain.
No,
So
but if you got
fog
that
is the
little
closest.
umbrella that I sent you, it would.
Well, okay, my dad got it for me. My dad got me the little umbrella that goes on the top of your camera.
Did he?
Yeah, he's gonna bring
Yay.
it when they come in February, so I can finally just have a little protector for my camera.
See, great minds think alike. All right, guys. Now, this might be one of the most important questions. Actually, no, second and most important, and you'll see why. Which post-hike meal
I already
would
know
our
yours.
partner would your partner pick?
4. If it's
Well, I know what you guys eat after your hikes, but I also know Rhiannon likes tuna sandwiches best. So I
Mm.
don't really. I mean, that's obviously a Chipotle chicken burrito from El Pollo Loco or an avocado
Uh-huh.
chicken.
Yep,
Yeah.
that is what
It's
we
El
get.
Pollo
I'm gonna go
Loco
1.
burrito.
is that
I'm gonna pick number 4 as well because I know how that's pickup sticks, right?
It's not specifically pickup sticks.
But
I
that's
typed
what
in
it-
Chinese food.
but that's what it-
Yeah, but yeah, no. We know how much she loves pickup sticks.
Is that a tuna sandwich?
It is a tuna sandwich. I also typed in tuna sandwich and from Jersey Mike's to be specific.
Oh, I like the
Specific.
Subway one.
That's
I
after
think it's just because it's the green
or
in the
just in
background.
general.
I
Huh?
always
It's in
skate
general or after a hike specifically.
After a hike specifically.
I gotta go one.
Like
Blue and red.
Red, white, and blue, I think.
Yeah.
So what's your choice, Hailey?
I'm gonna
for
say
me?
yours is number one.
Yeah, you guys are right.
Yeah.
I told Mike on our last hike that when we didn't get El Pollo Loco that it felt wrong. So like we'd
Because
go
it's right
get
down the hill. It's literally right down the street from it. So you
I
might
was-
as well.
exactly. I was like, we should get burritos, and he's like, no. I'm like, God damn it.
I feel like I saw an El Pollo Loco in Port Orchard, but I could be wrong.
There's no El Pollo Loco there.
We don't have a Chili's either.
I know y'all
I
are
know.
not selling us. I am not gonna lie to you.
That's why Mike
Alright.
move up here.
Well, there's a Chili's in Spokane, but that's like 4 hours away.
Worth.
Maybe further
Chicken and
actually. But we have
crispers.
Applebee's, we have
Not
Red
the same.
Lobster, we have Olive Garden, and you know what? I'll just learn how to make the honey chipotle chicken.
I mean, I can too, but somebody else could do it for me at Chili's 4
I
hours away. So,
know.
but anyway, yeah, no, you
Okay,
guys are right.
so what is your guys' final answer for mine?
I say number 4.
Number 4. I actually choose number 1, although number 4 is my favorite meal in general. I like having something like number 1 because it's not like, I feel like Chinese food is always so heavy. And even though this is a burrito, it's the type of burrito, how it's full of like avocado and like stuff like that. I feel like it's just really refreshing. Like
Yeah,
I don't know how
it's
food
nice.
can be refreshing, but it is refreshing after a hike.
No, it's really refreshing. It's not like you feel.
You don't
Yeah,
feel
they're
super
homie,
heavy
they're
because it's a
homie.
smaller burrito too. It's like not like a taco shop burrito that's like the length of an arm.
Unless you're me and I get 2 of them because I have no self-control and I love this.
And also El Pollo Loco has cherry Coke, so can't pass up on that.
That's true.
Exactly.
But Pickup Sticks has Pib.
Dr. Pibb, that's true.
Pib Extra.
Oh, Pibb Extra, yeah.
All right, Hailey, are you ready to introduce our most important question of them all?
Okay, yes, this is obviously the most important category.
I don't know.
You've seen all of the movies so much to the point where if I ask you to put it on a random day, you don't even hesitate to say yes.
Nope. Nope. So, guys, which Twilight character would your partner be? What would you say, honey?
I would never insult you by calling you Bella. That's the only one I know.
I feel like you know more. I thought your mom read the books and she told you.
She read the books. It doesn't mean I read the books.
I
I read half the first one and said, eh.
Oh, that makes me so sad. I thought you read them.
No. 4 is the dad, right?
Yeah.
Like I was reading a meme online, like if the story was just about him hunting vampires, it'd be dope. I'm gonna go 4.
Okay. Hailey, what would you pick for me?
For you? I kind of want to pick 4 as well. I don't know why, but it's the flannel for some reason.
It's the fucking flannel. Oh wow, okay. Well, for you, I pick number 2 for sure.
Okay.
I don't know anything about number 2.
That's Alice.
I didn't know anything.
She's the one that like sees the future, right?
Yeah, she can see people's future.
But I don't know her personality.
Y'all know nothing for this being the most important question.
I was gonna say 4, realistically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More important. Just saying.
Why did they think we're Charlie?
I don't know.
And you're awkward. Remember when he's dancing with the dude in the wheelchair in the beginning?
No, they weren't dancing, they were fighting.
Oh, whatever. They were dancing.
They were like,
They
Yeah,
weren't
that's-
dancing. They
It was
were
that well choreographed.
This is
bought
great.
it off old Billy here. I guess we give dad vibes.
All right. So, Hailey, what was your answer?
I mean, I thought I was 2, but okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I am number 4. I fucking love me some.
I knew it.
That's why he's there. I love him. I'll never get over the scene where he's all like getting ready to meet Edward and he just
Yeah, with the guys.
I was like, that's my guy. I like him. Plus that mustache. You can't get over the mustache. He's got
Honestly,
a
when I first
mustache.
pulled up
It's
this
big as.
document and I was like, she added Alice and Charlie?
Those
Hold
are
on,
the two best
this makes
characters.
a lot of sense.
And in the books, they loved each other. So not like really loved each other. That would have been kind of weird. But like
Yeah.
they were homies.
They were homies. Alice could roll up
See?
at any point and Charlie would be there, open arms.
So it made sense. You just didn't get it. But that's okay.
Not because they eventually became, family. So she was like the daughter-in-law. Yeah.
Nothing stronger than family.
None of them are related by blood at all. They're not family. This is just all fucking weird. But anyway, next question.
Okay, you guys. What is our hiking aesthetic?
What would you pick, honey?
Didn't we already do this one?
Hiking aesthetic. Do you know what that means? I didn't know what it means.
It's not an outfit. It's more of like
A vibe.
a vibe. Like, do you go on a day hike? Do you like to spend a couple hours on the trail? Do you like going for a backpack? Are you into mountaineering? Which two of those we clearly do not. So I hope you are able to figure out which one this is very easily.
I got trek and
I'm
pole.
gonna go one.
Okay.
You gonna go number one?
Both of us, I guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with number one for you, in all honesty.
I was gonna say number 1 or number 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like you can get to number 1, but in the meantime, you're like a number 4.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too for me. I wanna be a number one, but it's gonna take some time. So at the moment I'm definitely a number 4.
Just
for
like
sure.
a stroll, taking a stroll instead
Did
of
I
like
give you time to get anything?
Yeah, I said one.
Oh, okay. I just realized
I
that
just don't
didn't-
understand the difference between outfit and aesthetic. It's the same shit.
No, it's okay. For this one, I'm going to be 100% transparent. I didn't pick any of these photos. I didn't know what aesthetic meant for a minute. So I was like, Hailey, you got this one.
I guess I'm just cooler than the rest of you.
She is, though, because I don't get a lot of things.
Time.
Yes.
Oh my
All right, go ahead and introduce this one.
Okay, the next one we got is, which is your partner's ideal hiking time? Early morning, afternoon sunset, night, or all day?
All day. You guys been out there at fucking 9 o'clock at night. You guys been out there at like 10 a.m.
This is true.
All day.
Yeah.
Dude.
Since number 4 is an answer, I'm gonna go with number 4.
I
Yeah,
agree.
I have to
Usually
say
go
number
in the
4
morning,
for
but
Hailey as well.
All day.
Oh, three. Hailey?
I think if we like really wanted to choose and have it be more of like a consistent time that really like was our favorite because we liked seeing a sunrise or sunset or because the weather was better in the morning or at night, I think you would choose 1.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Night
Because-
is fun, but also very scary. And in the middle of it, you're like, are there spiders crawling on me?
Yeah.
So not like
Sunset
super
hikes
ideal.
might start just a little too late and end up walking out of there at night as well. So
Yeah. All terrifying. All not good things. So yeah, I definitely have to say number 1 is for me. So you have to take a shot, man.
All right. All right.
All righty. Is Frankie right on number 4?
yeah, mine was number 4.
Yeah, I
Oh,
figured as
hey.
much. Also, like, she can literally hike all day, every day, any time of day. So the next question is, guys, which cabin would they pick?
You sticking with number 4?
I don't know. Not when you reply like that. So maybe number 2.
Okay.
For Hailey, I feel like, honestly, I feel like number 3 is really cool. I feel like you would want that one.
It's kind of cool.
You think number
Yeah,
3 for
it
me?
is.
I'm gonna go through for you.
I'm picking 3 for you because I know that you like being near the water.
Mm-hmm. So which one is the one that you would have picked, Hailey?
Mine is number 2.
Really?
Yeah.
It's more her aesthetic.
It is my aesthetic. It's tiny.
Yeah.
It's cute. It's got moss on the roof. I
Uh-huh.
love moss.
You do
Even
love
if it
moss.
doesn't look the best, I love it anyways.
Yeah, number 3 is actually because I love water. I want to go and like jump in that lake.
You
Like
could
when I
jump
saw
off of
the
that porch into
Mhm.
the water.
Totally.
yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah.
Number 1 is absolutely terrifying to me.
I would like number 1. That one's sick.
Number
That-
1 is too big. Imagine cleaning that place.
the fact that
For
it's
half a
literally
building.
on poles and suspended in the air doesn't give me good feels.
Yeah.
If we die, we die.
I don't
Yeah.
like that thought process, Frankie.
I like how no one picked the A-frame when A-frames are like, you know,
they're very
like,
popular. What one would you have picked, hun?
Me?
Yeah.
None of them.
None of them?
No.
Which one why?
I want to be in the city with electricity and internet.
What if they have all those
you can
things?
get internet in the wild.
See,
There's a
That's true.
grocery store.
we didn't talk about that part, but
This is for like a weekend.
So yeah,
Yeah.
what about like vacation?
yeah, a vacation.
I don't know,
cabin.
man. We basically stayed in one. It was like a murder cabin. So like
It wasn't a murder cabin, it was basically a sex cabin.
Oh my god.
That-
You remember
that
that
shit was
hot tub
dark.
upstairs? Or maybe you guys didn't see that. There was bugs in it, first of all, and it was a 2-person hot tub.
No, we went up there. I remember we were like, well, we will not be sleeping up here, and then we slept downstairs.
Yeah, it was fucking weird.
And we were there for like 20 minutes though, without everybody else, just sitting in the driveway, like, oh my god, we're gonna die.
We don't know why we can't see anything. It was just like when we went on that hike, but instead of white, it was all black.
Yeah.
Couldn't see.
Yep. I mean, that's basically what our town is like. It's pretty rare that you actually get street lights in some of the roads out here.
That is also terrifying.
It's not that bad. I feel like we've gotten somewhat used to it, but then again, we also don't really go out that late at night.
I do.
Well, that's good. That is good.
Yeah, kind of.
Now on to our bonus questions, guys. So these are just going to be added on little questions aside from the photos that you guys have recently seen, just to see if you guys really have been paying attention to whether it's our account or just us in general. So our first question, without looking, as of right now, how many followers does at the homies who hike currently have on Instagram?
I
Whoever
told
it
you
is-
like the other
I
day.
know. I forgot, dude.
20.
Whoever
Of
is the
course.
closest gets the
3K?
Fun homies who hike?
just on homies who hike, not our individual pages.
300? I don't know.
Oh my
I
god.
don't remember.
You have a lot of faith in us.
Yeah. So is that your final answer, Franklin?
300? I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
What was your guess?
125.
Haley, would you like to give our answer for our
I will get the exact answer. I know it's close to like 153.
yeah, so I was gonna say too.
All right. I guess I'm drinking now.
It's 154. I was one off.
Yes, but Frankie, we will get to that 300 mark and we will surpass it. So I like your thought process. You're thinking ahead. So
3K really at me.
yeah.
I don't even have
Unfortunately,
that on my
you lost
personal.
at that point. And mind you won. All
Yeah.
right, number 2. How many items were in our giveaway?
3.
Franklin or Frankie?
3? I'm gonna say 4.
4?
Yeah.
Is that your guys' final answers?
Mhm.
Well, I'm like,
It kind of depends on if you're counting like the individuals of all the items that are the same.
I would say counting
Basically
them
be 4
individually.
items, but we have 4 of stickers, you know? So it's
Yeah.
like,
I
like,
would
also-
say count them individually.
okay. So it's like 7.
Yeah, so 7 total items is like the amount of items that we have in our giveaway. So neither one of you got it, so that's okay. Would you like to take another shot?
Yeah, in a minute.
He's like, I'll fall
We
asleep
had,
if I take
oh
another
yeah.
one.
Okay.
He's
Wait.
not wrong though. I only took 2.
Okay.
small
I
pills.
almost got you.
I Yeah, okay. So our next question, which he almost just got me to say the answer. What is the items in our giveaway?
Yes. So we kind of already spoiled it
Stickers.
a little bit and told you
Yes.
guys what one of them is,
There's a
but what are
water
the
bottle.
others?
And a
Mm-hmm.
t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one more thing, and it's
What did you get, son?
Stickers, water bottle, a t-shirt, sweater maybe.
Nope.
Frankie?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
It's an item that people can wear literally whenever, whether you're at home,
Sock.
whether you're going on a hike, whether you're
It's a
going
sock.
to the store. It's not
Any
a
time of the year?
sock.
A hat.
Socks.
Yep, it's a hat.
Yeah.
It's a
It's a hat. Yep. Those are the items in our giveaway. A hat, a shirt, a water bottle, and 4 beautifully designed stickers.
All items that we will eventually have for sale, along with many other items to come.
Yes. All right, guys. The next question was, when do the homies post their podcasts? What day of the week do we post our podcasts?
And the frequency.
yes.
Every other Wednesday.
Oh,
At noon.
nice.
I was gonna say extra points if you know the time. Yes, we post at noon every other Wednesday, and that's also for you guys to keep in mind. Like I said, I didn't say anything. Again, I'm a little turnt. But yes, every other Wednesday, guys. I didn't say anything. I'm so gone. Anyway, next question.
This is a tricky one.
Yes, it is. When did the homies become friends?
Become homies.
When did we become homies? Yes.
Yes. When did the homies become homies? Not the homies who hike, but just homies.
Homies in general.
2017.
2017?
Frankie?
Yeah, you guys knew each other in when you were in like middle school, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you weren't really friends until after we had gotten together. So like 2017.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
all
you
right.
guys are right. Good
Yeah.
job. I thought that was going to be more difficult.
I honestly thought one was be a lot more difficult too because we weren't friends in middle school. We knew one another. We were
Or
friendly.
high school.
Yeah, we were friendly, but not friends. Not yet.
Yes.
All right, next question. Hailey, would you like to ask that one?
Yes. What is the name of the hike that we all went on and will continue to talk shit about to this day?
I don't remember what it was called. I know it was like a peak that was like towards the back near that one freeway.
Of where?
Isn't it like
The
Fortuna
grasslands?
Peak or something?
Fortuna
What is
Peak,
that
is what
whole
you said?
park called?
Yeah, what is the whole park called?
Right.
I am literally wearing it on my sweater.
Mission Trails Peaks.
Was it like
They have names.
Mission Trails Fortuna Peak.
North Fortuna?
Yes, North
Okay.
Fortuna. There
Yep.
we go. All
We'll
right.
never forget that hike. All of us have.
Oh my god, dude! After that hike, just to go back and hang out, I took like a hot bath and my legs loosened up. And then in the morning when I woke up, I couldn't move.
Oh my
Instead
god.
of icing my legs, I
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
pretty
wow.
bad.
That was not a typical hike for me and her. That was
No.
my thinking that she created a really good hike for us, and it ended up being completely
The worst.
unmaintained and hot and terrible. And
Yeah,
somebody
no.
lost their pants.
Oh, so this is the episode that we're going to reveal. Is that how this works?
It was the hike.
So
It
this
was
is the hike that, if you guys have been paying attention, we've definitely mentioned it. I don't know how many times now, but this is the hike that I unfortunately ripped my pants on. There was a part of the hike where we literally, like, it was like this, guys. Like, I'm not joking.
And it was rocks. It was not like it was smooth dirt or grass or mud. It was literal rocks.
It was not maintained whatsoever. And I was like, you know what? Instead of trying to go down on my legs, my ass works, right? And it did work until I got to the very bottom and was like, I feel a lot of air in areas where you're not supposed to feel that. And I remember I turned to Hailey and her aunt, who was the one that ended up making the entire trail for us, and was like, "Is everything okay?" And I have never seen Hailey's eyes get so wide. And she was like, "Nope, you have a hole back there, buddy." Luckily, I had a jacket, so nobody else got to see that. But yeah, I will never forget that experience in my entire life. I've never felt so vulnerable ever.
Yeah, I eventually also had to sit down on my butt to get down that hill, but I had a child on my back, so
It
that
was
was
super
terrifying.
rocky. It was like
Huh?
it was really, really rocky. Like everything
Oh,
was
it was
just really
terrible.
slidey.
And it was rock on dry ass dirt, so it's not like the rocks were lodged in place. They were rolling with us the entire time.
And you guys had little mamas with you too. So like
Yeah.
I remember I was
It was
just
hot. It was so hot.
she did so good though on that hike. I remember I can still remember like Frankie changing her diaper and giving her like little treats and stuff. And
Yeah.
I don't know, it was super cool.
Our bottle like halfway up the summit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiled little baby.
But at least we can all say that we experienced that together, right? The guys may not remember it so fondly, but
All of the hikes I will be taking you guys on when you come up are no longer than 2 miles. So
no, they won't be. We definitely have kept in mind that we will not be doing that again to any of you guys when we do it together. But I'm really excited because not only are we going to be doing a lot of trails, but we're going to do a lot of other really fun things that you guys' town has to offer. Um, and I don't know, I think we're just really excited. The cool thing about our friendship, I think, was that not only are me and Hailey really good friends, but it's really cool that in our friendship, our men ended up becoming very, very good friends. They play D&D together all the time, and it's really cool that, I don't know, when we get to hang out, that they're gonna get to do fun stuff. Like, do you guys have any? We've talked about our plans, but do you guys have any plans when it comes to like what we do in
We haven't
March?
talked about anything specifically, but like our stuff usually just kind of conforms around your guys.
Yeah.
well, I'm sure Frank is gonna want to take you to that game shop that has the bar underground.
Yeah.
Yeah, that place is
Ooh.
super cool, and there's actually a really nice restaurant right up the hill from it that we can all eat at as well. X and Arrow, right?
Oh yeah. X and Arrow.
Yeah.
Place
That'd be
Pretty
fun.
rad.
That'd be super
Yeah.
fun.
So we could like go eat there, and then you and me could take the kids back or whatever, and you guys can go to the game shop. But in general, I think days that we're not hiking, we can like really just explore the town and show you guys kind of like what it's like out here. There's not a whole lot to do. We could even spend a day going on the ferry into Seattle and go around Pike's Place as well.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, we've been dying to go back to Seattle because we really, I mean, he goes there for work all the time, but he just has to stand in the same spot. So
But at least then you get to, experience it in a fun way, and you get to experience it with friends if we do get to do that. That'd be a lot of fun.
yeah, definitely.
And just
I
get to go on a
actually
ferry would be
saw
cool.
they're doing
Yeah.
like this crazy thing at the Space Needle tonight for New Year's. They were like blowing fireworks off the side of it and doing like a light show. That would have been
Wow.
cool. So maybe next year.
That's really cool though.
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
It's
I
like
think this was a lot
away
of
from
fun.
the city, but like not all up in madness.
All right. Well, I think this was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed being able to have our guys on, our male homies in this episode. You guys will definitely get to see them again, whether it's in a game like this or just in random little clips here and there. They really are our partners in crime. They really we take them literally everywhere we go, whether they like it or not. So, you know, I'm just thank you guys for joining us on this really fun game.
No problem. Thank you for having us. That was fun.
I'm glad you
All
liked
right.
it.
I think I got
Happy
most.
New Year's, everybody.
Yeah, you did okay. All right. Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's.
Year's.
Cheers.
Chars.
All right, homies. Thank you for tuning in for this New Year's Eve episode. We loved having you guys and having our significant other homies on for that really fun game. We'll definitely be having them on for future episodes, maybe a different version of this game or other games. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Thank you for, joining us. And we just want to remind you guys to hike responsibly and pack it in, pack it out. If you can, join a cleanup, as that's one of our New Year's resolutions, along with Rhiannon's awesome homie resolution she made, which was
to make sure to keep consistent with our growth with this channel, something that I feel like is very, very, very important. And I don't know, I feel like we have so much potential and I can't wait to see where we go. And I know that 2024 is going to be our year. It's going to be the Homies Who Hike year. And I'm just really, really excited. So, yeah, definitely thank you guys for clicking in and tuning into our New Year's Eve episode. Like she said, we had a lot of fun playing the game, whether we do this game again or other games in the future. We'll definitely have our male homies on with us once again, but we've had so much fun with you guys, and please remember to pack it in, and just, I guess, have a wonderful 2024.
Yeah. And I think not only growth for our Homies Who Hike page, but growth for us individually as well.
Yeah.
You with getting back out there and your own podcast and everything else you have going.
Yes.
And my YouTube channel that I need to push myself to do. If you guys are interested at all in finding yourself and watching me find myself in my journey and seeing if you can find something to relate to, please tune in to Doe PNW1 on YouTube whenever that does begin.
Yes, guys, please follow Doe PNW1 on YouTube. You guys are not going to be disappointed with the content that she makes. It's absolutely stunning. Am I am honestly, like, I can't wait for you guys to see everything that she's going to be producing. And if you guys also can, please be sure to be following us at the Homies Who Hike on Instagram. You also can find us at Homies Who Hike on TikTok as well, just so that you make sure to be following us on all of the platforms that we have. But we cannot wait to I guess trek along another episode with you guys in the future. But until then, we guys hope you guys have a wonderful rest of what, 2023? 2023 is over. By 2023, let's go to 2024.
I hope you've had a good start to your 2024. The 25 minutes that we've had of it thus far.
Exactly.
Or I guess, 4 days until we post this? We'll see you then.
It's been 25 minutes for us. Bye, guys.